So this is euro dollar analysis for Monday the 19th of February. Now, let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So what we did see was we saw the further upside continuation beyond this 125. We came up towards this 125.50 before seeing a sell-off all the way down to the 124 level. Now, I did actually miss a minor level, full disclosure. So if we head over to the daily chart, over to our left here, we have this large wick, and I actually did miss it. So let's put it back on the chart because it will likely be an important level. I suppose we could use our most recent highs from last week, as we did have a quite a strong sell-off Friday. So just bear with me a second here. I'm going to change that to blue. Let's find where our highs are. 55. Just going to make sure it's correct. So yeah, I didn't highlight the 25.55. Well, it essentially wasn't 25.55. It was in around the 25.38. I didn't identify that level in last video, but now I'm aware of that level. Now, so we've seen this move upwards, and we stalled it at 25.55. Had a pretty decent sell-off all the way back down to 124. Now, down at 124, we do appear to be catching a bit of a bid. Pretty close to the 400 period moving average. If we see the further upside continuation, we'll be expecting price head towards a 24.50, a break from which we're looking for 125, and a break from there. We're looking to test our most recent swing highs in the market in around the 125.55. Overall, the euro against the dollar is in an uptrend on the higher time frames, so we are possibly looking for further upside continuation, but we do have to be cautious as this is a pretty sizable sell-off. Now, if we do turn around from where we are at present, you'll see our prices react towards the 400 period moving average. Successful break from which we're looking for the very next levels that we are looking for to the downside of 23.62, while being aware of the 200 period moving average. A successful break from which we're looking for 22.87 and 22.23. I can anticipate prices moving beyond the 22.23, and again to the upside. I wouldn't anticipate prices moving up all the way up to the 126. We may head up towards the 125.55, but that's pretty much requires quite a bit of market volatility. And yep, with that said, that pretty much wraps up the hourly chart. So let's just have a look at the higher time frames. So we'll have a look at the monthly chart first. And as we can see on this monthly chart, we're currently in a bit of a doji. What we have seen is we've come down, formed the base, strong move to the upside, brief pullback, strong move to the upside again into towards our 200 period moving average. Currently forming a bit of a doji just here. The previous month did close pretty bullish, but we do have to be aware of the dynamic level of the 200 period moving average. Now, if we have a look at the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we can see here we've had a move upwards, brief pullback, had a move upwards towards this 400 period moving average, and from this 400 period moving average, we have had these rejections just here on the. We've had these rejections here in around the 125 off the 400 period moving average here on the weekly time frame. As we can, as mentioned earlier, we are clearly in an uptrend on the euro dollar. Now, let's just have a look. Just bear with me a second here. So if let's just have a look at the daily chart. And on the daily chart, we can see here had this this move to the downside, slight move to the downside before seeing the upside continuation all the way up to the 125 level. Had a pretty sizable sell-off from this 125 before I move up towards the 125 55 making a marginally higher highs. What we can see here is we're coming to an area where we've had a bit of turbulence around 125. And again, we are seeing that sell side momentum. So if we do see that follow through, could expect prices to head towards that 22.87 or in around the 22.30s or so. So we'll see our price reacting around this swing low, or if we do see continued rejection from the 125 level. And yep, with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.